Hi guys, how are you today? Welcome to my channel again. It's your girl Joyce, call me Kitty. So I've been thinking and I wanted to share a story about buying land, building a house, security, location. So 3 years ago we decided to start building our forever home, and we started moving around, checking places, and I was so keen on the location because as a foreigner, I want in my head I want to be near the airport because you know you have people coming in to check on you, and with the traffic in Nairobi, I don't think I can like afford being far from airport, from town, and besides I love being near town. So when we were moving around, I kept on telling my husband, I want a place near airport. So we ended up seeing this land in Syokimau. Those who know Syokimau. So it's near airport. It's still developing. The roads are not so perfect, but they are promising. Actually, right now they are working on our road. So we saw this good land and we bought it. After like 2 months, we started building, taking our time, no pressure, we started building. Everything was moving so well. We were so excited. It's a big achievement as a new family. It was fun. So in the middle of building, like almost 1 year down, we started hearing stories how the security is bad. Like there's a lot of theft in the community. But we were like, I think, of course, everywhere there's theft, you cannot control it 100%. But I never expected how bad it was. So we didn't take it seriously. So, for those who don't know, like now, those who see this video back home and elsewhere, most people in Kenya, they live in courts. So in our court, we have like, I think 7 to 8 people who are already living in, and also we have other empty lands. So where we built, it's like lands, two lands near the road. We are like number 3. So we started hearing stories about, the other house they experienced, thieves went there, stole things from them, or in the other court it happened, or but remember, we still have time. We are not like in a rush to move in. We are still far. We are still on the structure, so we didn't like take it seriously, or we didn't like it didn't bother us. So with time, like close to finishing up the house, now things started getting serious. That is last year. So last year, we noticed that, in our court, almost every after like 2-3 months, there's a lot of stealing. And to the extent, we started asking, like, people who've been there for years, like, how has been the situation? Like, have you guys experienced this? Like, have you guys gone through this? What did you do to avoid it? Like the questions you ask, because we are planning to move in like sooner. So we needed to know what we are dealing with, and how to control, how to protect ourselves from such instance. So what scared us the most is our neighbor, our immediate neighbor. He told us he has been there for like over 10 years. Like they've never stolen from him. He has never experienced anything like that. We're like, if he has been there, then, I think it's an insider, like someone who knows the place, da, da, da. But again, that's what they used to say, that these people who come to steal, these are the same fundi who came They know the house very well. They fixed something in that house. They've been there a billion times. So they are the same people who go back, arrange thieves, or team up with other people and come back and steal from you. So all the cases, that used to be the scenario. So we're like, oh, we need to avoid having local fundis. We need to use like people from far who cannot come and steal from you. Da, da, da. And that's how people were advising us, those who've been here for long. So we avoided using the local fundis. So we finished up. Okay, we didn't finish the house 100%. The African say that you cannot move in when the house is 100% done, which I don't believe. If I can move in when the house is done 100%, the better. But of course, we moved in like when it was like 95% done. Actually, we've just moved in like 2 weeks ago, so we are still fresh. So I'll get back to that. Now, we kept on like everyone was telling us stories of what they went through. Like almost everyone in the court, they've experienced that, and it's so traumatizing. So it's been a scary moment hearing such stories, and you're moving in anytime, and we're doing so fast. So we avoided, as I said, we avoided any local fundi. We would get people from very far, and we try our best to get professionals, like people from the company. But what scared me the most was our neighbor. So remember, he told us he's been here 10 years and he has never experienced, any insecurity. Of course, he had dogs. He had dogs, and of course, he has a fence on his house. So recently, like a month before we moved in, he had renovated his house. I don't know which part, but I think the living room was part of the places he renovated, and he ended up buying a big TV, a big one. I didn't see it, but that's what my husband told me, a big TV. So what happened after buying that TV? Of course, I believe where he bought it, the same people delivered, fixed it. So after 2 weeks, after 2 good weeks of fixing that TV, the same people who fixed the TV came back and took it. Mind you, they were in the house sleeping. It was raining and they didn't hear anything at all. Normally they have alarms. The wife wakes up at a different time. The husband wakes up at different time. So they had alarms, but this time around, the alarms went off and no one had anything. They all woke up almost at 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning, because I think the husband wakes up at 6. The wife, I'm not so sure what time, but normally, when you have an alarm, you always wake up. But they overslept, woke up at 8. Getting downstairs, the TV was gone, and the thieves left a panga on the table. They took the laptops, took the big TV, and left the door open because they went through the window. They had to cut the metals and went through the window, stole whatever they could see, and left. So now, this is our immediate neighbor. That is 2 weeks before we moved in. I'm telling you, we panicked. Actually, since that time they told us the story, we've been panicking. We are still panicking. Because now, they're always targeting, okay, most of the times they target new people. But now this is an old person who has been here for 10 years plus. And he's the only person we are like depending on, like in terms of so he's been here, no one has ever come to his place. Oh, he's told us that, it's inside an inside job. So that is one of the examples, like that is one of the stories we've had. Now there's also this other story in the same court, our court. We have our neighbor who moved in like last year, early last year. He built the house faster. It's an old couple. They built their house so fast. Within few months or within a year, it was done. They moved in immediately. But now, when they were working on the house, the wife is the one who used to pay fundis. So these fundis decided to come back and give them a visit. Remember I told you it's always an inside job. So these fundis came back at night when they were sleeping. They've just moved in like a week old. They came back at night, and I think the people had them or they woke them up. I don't know how it happened exactly, but they end up bringing everyone together, told them to sit down, and they were like, okay, please send us your M-Pesa, send on this number, blah blah blah. And then because it's an old couple, the man was like, oh, I don't have money, blah blah blah, I don't have money, like my phone, you can see. And the guys were like, no, Mzee, we don't want your money. We know you don't have money. It's your wife who has been making the payments. So Madam has the money. Madam, can you please do M-Pesa? You see that it's an inside job. How did they know that Mzee doesn't have money? And how did they know that Madam is the one who has been paying all the bills, the fundis? So it has to do with who has been coming to your house, who has been fixing things in your house. So they know exactly who to ask, who to deal with, and how, So they spent like 5 hours torturing this couple, asking for money because they tell you to send on M-Pesa, M-Pesa. Then they tell you go to your account. Now you say, oh, I don't have money on M-Pesa. Like, go to your bank account, withdraw, send on M-Pesa, send to this number. They always make sure they send, I think, to withdraw agent, M-Pesa agents. So they told Mzee, no, Mzee, you keep quiet. We know you don't have money. It's Madam, please go to your bank account, withdraw all the money, and send to this same person. So I'm like, okay, this is someone who knows the family very well, who knows the place very well, because you cannot tell me an outsider will come and know that, Mzee doesn't have money, that, it's Madam who has been paying the bills. So anyways, there are so many stories, so many. Everyone has, like, I would say 80% of the households, they've experienced that trauma. So now we've moved in 2 weeks ago, and my heart is here. It's almost dropping because, like, we are new, and people, they say they always target new people. We've done all the measures of security. We've done all. The only thing I don't believe in is cameras. How are cameras going to help you? Okay, if the thieves come and steal from you, they disappear. If they've tortured or killed someone, how is it going to help you? Just imagine they've killed someone. You can't bring back that person. You cannot. Yes, they'll get that person, arrest him or her, and then what? So last night my husband called one of his friends who has been around in the neighborhood for like 3 years, and he was like, hey, my dear, I've experienced that, and before I'd not done ABCD. After that, I had to do everything, but still People are living in fear. Like imagine for those who have built a house, you know the hassle you go through to build a house. You know how you deny yourself good things because you want to finish this house. And then you move into your house and these people give you sleepless nights because they want to steal from you. And there are some people who have experienced them like 3 times. So they reach a point, it's been so many times, and they move out. They go rent. You leave your house. You built from sweat. And then you go rent because people are stealing from you, because people are torturing you. So I've been thinking like, and praying, by the way, that we don't experience that, because I have a new baby. What if they come drag you? Because they don't drag you like individually, they drag the entire house. Whoever is there will be affected. Now, what happens when you have a new baby? What happens to that baby with those drugs? You know, I've been thinking, and I told my husband, does it mean we need to start thinking of a plan B? We've just moved in. Do we have to start thinking of plan B in case they come once, twice, and we can't stay here? You know, but the painful part is you've done so much to have your own home, so much, and now these people are giving you sleepless nights. Of course, as a court, we've done a lot. We've put security at the gate. As a family, we've done most of the things. Too much lights on the house and electric fence. Da da da. We are even planning to get a dog very soon. But you know, you're living in fear. You're living in fear, yet you're supposed to be celebrating this big achievement. Huh? But because of other people's bad intentions, you cannot enjoy it. You cannot enjoy your own home. At night, you're like a security guard. You have to protect your people. My husband was telling me, I think I'm about to become a security guard for you guys. Because now I'm too nervous and I can't stop imagining these people coming and, putting us down, the entire family. Like, and some of them come with guns. Guns. Surely, like, so it's so easy to kill someone. It's one of those things that you do happily and you end up thinking twice, like, did I make the right decision? Because I noticed that in Kenya, when it comes to locations, now this is when I understand it. At first, I didn't know the value. You hear someone says, oh, I live in Karen. And at first, I used to say, okay, Karen, what's up with Karen? Like, it's not a big deal to live in Karen. But maybe right now I understand. Karen, you cannot have such people who can come to just steal from you anyhow, because the security is so tight. But again, there are so many ways to protect the community. I don't know why they are not those serious measures, as a community. For example, you can have like local uh, local security, where like every household has to pay some amount of money so that the local government can, give you the security that you're looking for. In Rwanda, we have local security that moves around, making sure that all the households are safe. It doesn't mean they don't steal from you, but it's not so high. It happens like once in a while. But here, it's like every day there's a house that went through that. Every day there's a house that, was tortured. And all these houses have kids. It's a big family. It's a family with kids. It's sometimes I feel like we need to learn from our neighbors. That is I don't want to say this in a bad way, but I think living in Rwanda and Kenya now, there are so many things I wish I can copy paste from Rwanda to here, because like, how can you be in your own house but you can't sleep because someone else can come in anytime and take and take and put you on a gunpoint and take your stuff? How? Yet we can always create security for ourselves and work with the local government and make sure that we are all safe. You get? So I've been so scared since we moved in. I've been so scared. I can't stop thinking about like that day, God forbid, but I can't stop thinking about it. And I was telling my husband, is there a way we can like have police, like as a court, we ask for the police to come and have like a patrol car, protecting us? It is possible. I believe in these other places like Karen, blah, 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 have such things. But again, those are for rich places, rich people. But even these medium people, medium income people deserve such a thing. I'll not speak for others, I'll speak for me and my people in this court, because everyone is suffering and no one is saying anything. I've never had anything on news or what, and people are suffering silently. It's so sad that you do so much for your family, but again you can't enjoy. You can't enjoy what you've done, what you've achieved, because the security is very bad. That's so sad. Anyways, I thought I had to, you know, I wanted to share. I wanted to share. Maybe you guys are going through the same things. And and keeping quiet doesn't help, because I believe if we didn't know what was happening from day one, maybe we would have taken things so lightly. But again, there are so many people who are going to suffer just because they don't know. And it looks like there's nothing that can be done. You have to fight on your own, and it's sad. It's really sad. So we are here, 2 weeks old, but we can't sleep. We are thinking. We hear the alarm, even if it's just, I don't know, a tree branch here, and the alarm goes on. We are like, who is that? Go check. Now that's when I tell my husband, go check, go check. It's sad. It's really sad. It's sad, but I wanted to share, and maybe one day, one time, someone big may see this and they do something about it, but people are not sleeping in Sokimau, and it's a beautiful place. It is. It's a beautiful place. It's upcoming. There are beautiful houses. Apparently, most people think Sokimau is a bad place, but when you come this side and you see the new buildings that are coming up, you really love to own a house in this side of the town, and it's near the airport. For me, it works. Like on the rooftop, I see the airport very well, so imagine that view at night. But again, you will not sleep because there's someone planning to come give you a visit. It's sad. But anyways, I hope one day someone will see this video, and hope it's not to not be too late. I hope with time things will change, and people get security, because there's a lot of killing, especially when it comes to women in Kenya generally. When it comes to women, kids, I don't know what is happening. I don't know if, now that I'm a mother, I'm so protective, but it's something that really breaks my heart to see someone killed a kid, someone murdered a woman, I don't know, a boyfriend, I don't know, a husband. It's really, really sad. So, anyways, I'll come back and update on the security part of Syokimau, where we are right now. I don't want to give the specific road. People may come just for me because I'm reporting them. But I hope and I pray that one day someone, sorts us out in terms of security in this side, because we can't just throw everything away and move out. You've done so much. You've invested a lot in this, in this achievement. You can't just throw everything away. So I'll see you next time. For those who want to know how the story goes on how I met my husband, let me know. Like and leave a comment. I will come back again with another story. Bye bye.